Hi guys, I hope that you're all doing really well. So today I have an exciting video for you guys. I wanted to talk about the most underrated fragrances for men. These are fragrances that I feel like don't get talked about a lot, and I do feel like they deserve more recognition, and I'm sure that a lot of you guys would fall in love with them if you just gave them a chance. So that's it. That's my video today. I'm super excited to talk about these fragrances with you guys and hopefully put one or more of you guys onto some incredible fragrances. So let's get into it. I'm gonna start out with a fragrance from Louis Vuitton. Now, of course, I have heard a few people talk about this scent, but it definitely is more of a slept-on fragrance from the Louis Vuitton collection of fragrances, and this is Orage. Now, I actually purchased this fragrance for Pierre-Louis for Christmas. This was my gift to him for Christmas, one of the gifts that I gave him, because I love to buy perfume for people. Even though I have a big collection, and even though Pierre also has a big collection because he shares it with me, I still love to get somebody a perfume for Christmas. And this is the one that I chose for him because to me, this fragrance is extremely versatile, very classy, yet very easy to wear. Now, if you have never tried Orage, this is a beautiful, fresh and fizzy patchouli scent. Now, if you guys know the fragrance from Dior called Gris Dior, for me, this is the masculine equivalent to Gris Dior. This is the boyfriend, the husband of Gris Dior. If Gris Dior is for women, Orage is for men. This is a very, very bright and fizzy patchouli with lots of citruses in the top, but as it settles, you're left with this slightly resinous patchouli fragrance, but it never feels too dark, too rich, or too woody. It smells quite fresh throughout the entire wear. It feels very classic, very timeless, very elegant, very sophisticated, and I just absolutely love this fragrance. If you were looking for a very versatile, signature scent worthy fragrance, please check out Orage. This one can carry you through all seasons, any occasion. I do feel like it smells quite sophisticated, so maybe it's slightly harder to wear casually. This is just such a fantastic fragrance, and the longevity and projection is really good. Around the 8-hour mark, I would say, with a softer projection, but it definitely stays onto your skin and onto your clothes for a long time. So Orage from Louis Vuitton, definitely slept on. Check it out, guys. There are some fragrances from Louis Vuitton that I don't think are worth it, and there are others that I do think are worth it, and Orage is one that I think is fantastic, so please check it out. Next up, we have a fragrance from Hermes, and this is also a fragrance that I recently purchased. It has been on my wish list for many years. There are quite a few Hermes fragrances that have been on my wish list, and I recently purchased Vetiver Tonka, and I am in love with this scent. I'm so happy to finally have it in my collection. This is another fragrance that is so slept on, you guys. This smells so classy, so good, and it is amazing. What you're gonna get with Vetiver Tonka is, as the name suggests, a vetiver and tonka fragrance. But sometimes vetiver can smell, how do I explain it? It can smell very intense in a fragrance and almost take over the entire scent. And same with Tonka. Sometimes Tonka can be super overpowering and smell super sweet and almost like almondy in a way. Not in Vetiver Tonka. This is so well balanced, so smooth and very airy. I feel like Hermes fragrances all have this beautiful airy quality to them, and I personally love it. They are so smooth and well done. And Vetiver Tonka is this beautiful fresh vetiver scent. You definitely have a freshness, you have a slight greenness. The vetiver in here feels quite nutty, so it does have this sort of nutty facet going on inside of the scent. And then of course you have a smooth, addictive sweetness from that tonka. It is a beautifully done fragrance, really well executed, and to me this smells chic. It smells luxurious, but it's not intimidating. This is not the sort of fragrance that is super challenging and difficult to wear in certain situations. You can wear this one quite easily, and I just feel like it smells so good. But the key word here is classy. You're gonna smell classy and very unique, because I feel like this scent definitely has a unique character to it, and it's just fantastic. So Vetiver Tonka from Hermes, check it out guys. This one is fantastic and super slept on from Hermes. I also of course love Ombre Narguilé. There is a bunch of others that are on my wish list, but for now the ones that I purchased are Vetiver Tonka and Ombre Narguilé, and this one I feel like is better for men. Next up is a fragrance that I have heard zero about, and it is fantastic. Okay, this fragrance is so good, so good, but when I first smelled it I thought it was boring AF, but let me show it to you guys. This is Deziro from Nishane, and let me show you the dent. The dent is denting in here because Pierre-Louis, my partner, wears this fragrance all the time and he loves it. So I have the experience of smelling this fragrance on a guy's skin. Let me tell you, the first time that I smelled this on a tester strip, I thought, okay, it's fine, it's nice, it smells along the lines of Percival, of Allure Homme Sporto Extreme, of all of those type of scents, this kind of fresh, minty, citrus, whatever, a little bit of sweetness, blah, blah, blah. But when Pierre-Louis started to wear it, that's when I was like, wow, that fragrance that you're wearing is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. And he is addicted to this fragrance. Whenever we have a travel coming up, this is always the fragrance that he wants to take with him. It is fantastic, you guys. Now, like I said, please do not judge this fragrance on a tester strip. It doesn't do anything. This is the sort of scent that you need to wear on your skin. You need to feel it on your skin to see the full potential of this scent. Now, of course, I am going to say something. In terms of creativity, it's not the most creative scent, of course, but in terms of a great, long-lasting, fresh fragrance that smells really good and gets compliments, Deziro is amazing, you guys. Absolutely amazing. Now, what you're going to get is, of course, that kind of similar DNA to a lot of things that already exist on the market. You have a bit of mint, some geranium, you have a little bit of ambroxan, of course, you have a little bit of a sweetness, and you also have a creaminess in here. Like both Pierre-Louis and myself said to each other that it feels like there is a little bit of coconut in here, like just a touch of something coconutty in the base. You really feel this slightly tropical edge to this fragrance, and it smells phenomenal, you guys. Like, I cannot tell you how addicted I am to smelling this on a man's skin. It smells fantastic. It's fresh, but not in a bitter way. It has this beautiful, smooth, very smooth, fresh feeling, but then you have this slight creamy, almost aquatic feeling as well, and it's just absolutely beautiful. A touch of sweetness as well to make it slightly addictive, and I'm just in love with it. So definitely this is your sign to check this one out. If you are looking for a fragrance like that, you will love Deziro. Of course, if you have so many of them in your collection, then don't bother. But if you are looking for a really great, versatile, fresh fragrance that you can wear anytime, anywhere, please check out Deziro. To me, it's one of the absolute best. Next up, we have more of an intense, rich and dark fragrance that I really feel like deserves a lot more attention from the gentlemen. This is Suma Oriental from Une Nuit Nomade. Guys, this one is fantastic. This is absolutely fantastic. I am addicted to smelling this fragrance. What you have in Suma Oriental is this beautiful, rich, dark, slightly boozy, chocolatey patchouli. Wow, like mind-blowingly good, this fragrance, you guys. If you are a fan of patchouli, if you are a fan of something really rich and ambery and deep and dark, you're going to love Suma Oriental. Some fragrances that I think if you like them, you will like this one is something like Grand Soir, is something like Ombre Sultan from Serge Lutens. There is a lot of fragrances amongst that profile that I could say if you like those, you will like Suma Oriental, but it is definitely a patchouli forward scent, so make sure that you like patchouli fragrances. But this is a rich, deep, sweet, woody patchouli with a touch of booziness from some rum and a slight chocolatey facet from some cacao. It is just absolutely amazing. Also, another fragrance that I think if you like that, you will like Suma Oriental is Vanille Havane from Les Indémodables. That one is getting a lot more hype right now. But if you want something a little bit different with an additional note of patchouli, try it, Suma Oriental. It is absolutely fantastic. A rich, dark patchouli with a booziness and a sweetness and a chocolatey facet. It is gorgeous, and my pro advice my professional advice would be to wear this one on a summer evening. On a summer evening wearing Suma Oriental, oh my gosh, this fragrance is exotic and super sexy and just wow, it really blooms on a summer night. So definitely check this one out. If that sounds like your cup of tea, you're going to love this one, and it definitely deserves more attention. This is honestly where it's at in terms of a rich patchouli scent. A fragrance that I will not stop talking about because I love it so much. It's so easy to wear. Every time I wear it or Piello wears it, we get a compliment. It is a fantastic fragrance that I crave on a daily basis. Is Eau de Californie from Celine. Now, this fragrance is a fresh Palo Santo scent. If you have never smelled Palo Santo, it has a very unique and distinct scent to it, and I absolutely love it. So with Eau de Californie, you have some freshness in the top from some bergamot. You also have that beautiful Palo Santo note. You have some orris, which brings a little bit of a powdery, creamy, woody touch. So overall, this fragrance feels fresh and easy to wear, yet unique from that woody and earthy facet going on. It is absolutely incredible. And I would say this fragrance kind of fits between smelling slightly commercial, but also very unique at the same time. There is something about this scent that is truly magical, and I just absolutely love it. And I am sure, sure about it, that so many of you guys, if you went out and tried this one on your skin, you would fall in love with it and you would walk away with a bottle because it is so easy to wear and it smells fantastic, you guys. So this is another fragrance that could carry you through the entire year. You can wear it in the summer, but you can also easily wear it in the winter as well. You can wear it for casual settings, but you can also wear it for formal settings. So it is a super underrated gem from Celine. And I just love it so much. I will not stop talking about this one because it really crept up on me. I didn't think it was so special when I first bought it. And then after wearing it multiple times, I started to crave the scent and really fall in love with it. So definitely check this one out, guys. Eau de Californie from Celine. Well, next up is a fragrance that I never hear guys talk about, but I think that it's one of the best vanillas for a man. And this is the Architects Club from Arquiste. Just look at that sexy, like suave, cool bottle. Like this fragrance is so easy, so cool, so chic. And I just think that this fragrance on a man is fantastic. If you have never smelled the Architects Club, it actually used to be quite popular when I first started reviewing fragrances many, many years ago, because I've been reviewing for a long time. And I remember having this on my wish list when I first started reviewing, and it used to be quite a popular scent, and it's always been pretty relevant. But I do feel like this one deserves more of a spotlight from the guys, because this is such an easy vanilla fragrance to wear. It doesn't smell too sweet. It's not a cupcake type of vanilla. This is more of a fresh, woody vanilla. That is how I would describe the scent. You have some juniper, which brings something slightly aromatic to the top. You also have this beautiful, smooth, not overly sweet vanilla. You also have a little bit of a freshness in there, and you have this smooth, woody base as well. It is just a beautiful vanilla, you guys, like very easy to wear. You can wear this one in all seasons, actually. This is the type of vanilla that can carry you through the summer and the winter as well. It's long lasting, it smells very chic, very effortless. It's something that I would recommend for a date. I would recommend, I don't know, if you're kind of wanting to get a little bit of compliments or you're wanting to get closer to somebody, I would definitely recommend wearing the Architects Club. It is an amazing vanilla that definitely deserves more love online. Just a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Next up is Minuit Demi from Fragrance du Bois and myself. Now, I feel like when I launched this fragrance, it was mostly women that went out to buy this scent. But guys, I actually created this fragrance to be 100% unisex. This is 100% unisex. Minuit Demi is a lot of people's favorite gourmand fragrance for a reason. It is very well balanced, and it is a beautiful, easy to wear gourmand scent. If you have never smelled it, I really recommend getting a sample or going and finding a store that stocks it, giving it a spray on the skin and seeing how you like it, because this fragrance really is something special. What you have with Minuit Demi is a little bit of cardamom and pimento in the top to bring a soft, spicy facet. And as it starts to settle, you have some vanilla, a little bit of coffee, a touch of caramel, and then in the base, you have some tobacco, a lot of woods, some ambroxan and cashmeran. It is a beautifully, beautifully blended gourmand that feels very, very dimensional. There's a lot going on in here, but as it settles, you're left with this soft, smooth, creamy gourmand with some woods and tobacco in the base. If you like fragrances like Jazz Club, like Gris Charnel, like Spice Bombing Stream, you will love Minuit and Demi. Those are some fragrances that I think if you like those, you will love Minuit and Demi. Longevity and projection is also really good. It lasts around 7 to 8 hours on the skin with a really nice projection, and it stays on your clothes for days. So definitely recommend this one, especially for the date night, which is why I created this fragrance. Actually, I created it for the nighttime, for dates, for sensual and intimate moments. It is a beautiful fragrance that I really recommend to you guys, especially for the fall and winter. The next fragrance is from Yves Saint Laurent, and it is definitely one of the most underrated fragrances. It is Caban from Yves Saint Laurent. Now, you guys know Tuxedo, you know Baby Cat. Both are fantastic fragrances, but if you have never tried Caban, let this be your sign to try it. This is so good, you guys. So addictive, so good. It smells incredibly chic, expensive, luxurious, addictive. It is a fantastic scent. What you have in Caban is some tonka. You also have this spicy kind of pepperiness on top. You also have a lot of sandalwood in here. So make sure that you're a fan of sandalwood. In here, it's very woody and creamy. There is also some patchouli, which you do feel in the base of the scent. It has a subtle sweetness going on, but not too much where it feels like a gourmand fragrance. It more feels like a spicy, woody scent to me. And it is so smooth and voluptuous and creamy and very, very chic. That is the word to describe this scent. If you are a guy and you really want to smell classy and chic and mysterious and addictive, I would recommend Caban. This is absolutely fantastic, you guys. I recommend this one more for the fall and winter. I feel like it's a little bit difficult to wear this one in the summer and maybe the spring as well. But fall and winter, wow, this fragrance is a showstopper. It has an amazing projection and longevity, and you're definitely gonna get noticed with this fragrance. So I really recommend this one. I love Tuxedo. It's one of my absolute favorites in the world. I love Baby Cat as well. But the one that I think is the most slept on is Caban. Another fragrance from Louis Vuitton that I bought last year is Nouveau Monde. This fragrance, you guys, I do not know why more people don't discuss this scent. I know there are some fans of this fragrance, but it needs more attention. This fragrance is phenomenal, you guys. Nouveau Monde. Nouveau Monde. This is an oud fragrance with some leather and a little bit of cacao. So I do want to say before talking about it more that this is a little bit of an animalic oud, like just ever so subtly. If you're not used to the scent of oud, you might find this one to be a little bit too challenging. So in that case, I would recommend something else. But if you are somebody who is looking for a little bit of an animalic oud, something slightly more challenging, I would definitely recommend Nouveau Monde. This is such a smooth oud fragrance with a hint of this beautiful, luxurious leather note and a dusting of cacao to bring something slightly sweet and chocolatey. There is also a bunch of other stuff in here, but if I'm going to simplify it, this is an oud leather scent with a subtle touch of cacao. It is so beautifully done, so addictive, so sexy to me. But like I said, please do not go and blind buy this fragrance. It's too expensive and I'm not sure that everybody would like it. But for me, this is definitely more of an underrated fragrance from Louis Vuitton. I know there are some people that like this one, but it definitely deserves more love, especially if you're a fan of oud. So Nouveau Monde, wow, 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 wow. It is an incredible fragrance from Louis Vuitton. If you guys know me, you know that I am the #1 fan of Diptyque. I love Diptyque. I think that their fragrances are very special. The brand itself is just so beautifully done. I just love everything about the brand. Everything is so well thought out. I feel like they don't really follow trends. They kind of just do their own thing. And Diptyque, all the fragrances have such a distinct character to them. I just love the brand so much, and a fragrance that I feel like nobody knows about, nobody speaks about, and it is absolutely fantastic, especially for men, is Eau Nabati. Now, I did also consider putting Orilla into this video, which is a very strong, inky black leather fragrance, but I need to smell that one on a guy before I recommend it to you guys, because I'm not the biggest fan of leather fragrances. I do like them, and I'm starting to like them more and more. And I think if you are a fan of leather, you need to check that one out because you will fall head over heels in love with it. It's one of the best leather fragrances that I've tried. But the one that I personally love more and I think is really interesting is Eau Nabati. Now, this fragrance is not going to be everybody's cup of tea because it's quite challenging, I would say. What you're going to get with Eau Nabati is this very interesting, very green, ambery fragrance with something balsamic. It's quite hard to describe. I've never really heard or seen a very good description of this scent because it's really complex and very interesting. But to me, I get this kind of balsamic, inky, ambery green fragrance. Like, I know that that probably sounds really odd and why would you want to smell like that, but you need to go and check this one out if you are a fan of collecting fragrances and you're always looking for something a little bit more unique, a little bit more challenging, something more interesting and different. Please check out Eau Nabati. To me, this one is fantastic and it really blew me away. I remember the first time smelling it, I think it was about a year and a half ago. I was at the airport and I purchased the bottle straight away after smelling it because I just fell madly in love with the scent. I couldn't believe that I had never discovered it before. This is so interesting. Very ambery, but in a green way. And you have, yeah, this kind of balsamic, kind of inky touch there as well. Very, very beautiful fragrance. Definitely recommend it. But if you are somebody who is more into unique and interesting creative scents, another fragrance that I absolutely love on a man, and again, something that is more underrated, this is from Penhaligon's and it is called Mr. Thompson. Now, this fragrance is one of their newer releases from the Portraits collection. And I didn't hear a lot about this scent and I think it is so good, you guys. But I do want to say you have to like a little bit of vanilla to like this one because Mr. Thompson has a lot of vanilla and you have a lot of orris. So it feels quite creamy, powdery, woody, vanillic. You also have a little touch of lavender and I also pick up like an earthy carrot seed note in here. I would say some fragrances that if you like them, you would like this is Gris Chanel. If you are a man and you love Gris Chanel, I would definitely recommend checking out Mr. Thompson because for me, this is just so good. I would love to smell this on a man, especially in the fall and winter, especially on a date, on a night out. I feel like this fragrance would just be fantastic on a man. It is a beautiful, beautiful, really buttery, suede-y, creamy vanilla. The orris is just so beautifully done in here. And you also have a slight touch of that kind of earthy carrot seed notes. I definitely recommend this one to all of you guys. Now, usually I'm not the type of person to recommend really strong vanilla scents to guys. Of course, I still like vanilla on men and I think that you wear whatever you want to wear. But this one feels very rich, very dense and quite dark and very, very classy. So I don't know why more guys don't wear this one and speak about it because to me, this is the perfect vanilla for a man. It feels very sophisticated and very classy and really just a beautiful vanilla fragrance. So definitely recommend this one. Another fragrance that is super slept on, but I don't think it would be for all of you guys is Diamant from Amouage. Now, if you can see the dent, this is actually me wearing this fragrance because I find this to be a completely unisex fragrance from Amouage. But I do want to say, this one is special. I don't think it would be for all of you guys, but if you are into very clean and soapy fragrances as a man, please check out Diamant. There is nothing more clean and beautiful and elegant than this fragrance. This is a very soapy and clean, slightly aldehydic fragrance for a man. You have some peony in here, which is typically associated to feminine fragrances, but you also have some plum, a lot of vetiver. But to me, the easiest way to describe this scent is a clean bar of soap. A creamy, clean, white bar of soap. That is how it smells. This is not going to be for all of you. If you wanted something really fresh yet masculine at the same time, I would recommend Deziro. But if you are a man who likes to have a soapy, clean, creamy, slightly aldehydic scent, you will love Diamond. This one is just fantastic, and I do really recommend it. Like, I would love to smell this on a guy actually. Out of the shower, maybe in the summertime. Not every day, but in the summer and out of the shower, I think that one would smell great. Hope that you enjoyed this video hearing about the most underrated fragrances for men. Let me know what you thought of the list. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.